What is going on, everyone? It's Kelly here, and right now we are at Jonathan Dickinson State Park in Jupiter Hope Sound area in South Florida. I've actually never been here before, surprisingly, and I live here. And I don't know why I've never been here before, because it's absolutely incredible. It's a huge park and there's lots of things to do. Finley, what are you doing? I'm sorry, you gotta be tied up for a little bit. But the past few days in Florida has been absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna do some cooking outside. I have some deer meat from a buck I shot in Georgia a couple weeks ago, and we have some lobster tails, all because Zach went diving yesterday and caught some lobster. They went wahoo drifting, but unfortunately no luck on the wahoo. Did you guys shoot any fish?
No fish were killed. It was a crustacean day.
A crustacean day.
Limited out on lobsters and a big channel crab. So
how many lobsters total?
24, 6 per person, and
Dang.
we had 4 people on the boat, which is pretty rare in Fort Lauderdale area. I've only done that. That's the second time I've ever done that in probably 10 years. So pretty cool. They were walking. They were everywhere. You'll see it in the video that we throw up. Lobsters were everywhere.
The lobstering has been insane in Florida the past few days. I think maybe because of the cold front, not too sure. But Finley's over here because he's felt left out because we're over there talking. Finley, I know, it's okay. I promise, you're gonna get some deer meat and it will be all okay. And before we get to cooking, this video is sponsored by the Bluetti AC200L. If you guys love the outdoors, if you camp, if you RV camp, if you live in Florida like I do and you have hurricanes with power outages, this power station has your back. The AC200L can also be recharged from 0 to 80% in just 45 minutes. There's also a smart control and monitor in the Bluetti app that you connect your powerhouse to your phone via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. This power station can be charged 6 different ways and it puts out 2,400 watts. So you could charge GoPro batteries, camera batteries, your iPhone. You could run your coffee maker, cooling fans, a portable heater, and even your refrigerator if the power goes out. Or if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you have one of those electric portable refrigerators, you can charge that up too. This refrigerator in my garage holds all of my deer meat, my fish, and everything that I do not want to spoil in a power outage. Literally, if I had to power my entire house or my fridge, I would just pick this fridge. So we're gonna put it to the test. You ready, Finn? Unplugging the fridge. The fridge is unplugged. Okay. You're gonna plug the fridge in one of these. Turn this on. All right, moment of truth. Oh, I think it just turned on. Let's see if the light's on. Look at that. My fridge is officially powered, and I do not have to worry about my deer meat, fish, or anything else I put in this fridge or freezer to spoil if I do have an outage. If you plan to use your power station outdoors, you can harness energy efficiently straight from the sun with the solar panels. The AC200L allows up to 1,200 watts of solar input. The Bluetti AC200L has a lifespan of 10 years with 3,000 plus charging cycles. Now, I know Black Friday is right down the corner, and so are the holidays, and this makes the perfect gift for any of your friends or family that are into the outdoors. They like to go to remote places, but it also gives them the opportunity to charge whatever devices they have or keep food cold. This power station can also power any medical devices, so if you are in an emergency situation and you do have a power outage, you can always rely on the Bluetti AC200L. This Black Friday, Bluetti is doing a huge sale. So go on the link in the description below this video to pick out the perfect gift for your friends or family, or just a gift for yourself. However, in this video, I'm going to be using the Bluetti AC200L to power up my electric griddle, where we're going to be searing some deer meats and sauteing some lobster tails. And there we go. So I went ahead and cut the lobsters in half to get through that hard shell. It is kind of hard and it takes some elbow grease. So I'm actually gonna pull the lobster meat out of the shell here, just to make it easier to cook out here on this little griddle, just like that. I'm very sad I couldn't lobster dive with you guys. I just got back from Norway 2 days ago, so I am very exhausted and jet lagged and brain fog and all the above. All right, just gonna go ahead and cut these lobsters into some bite-sized pieces. Now another thing you can do to make your lobster a little less chewy is trim off this red skin here. On a deer we'd call it silver skin, but a lobster, well, it's pretty red. And you don't have to really get all of it. It's still edible, just a little bit chewy. Okay, so I have a little cast iron here. All I want to do is just melt this butter a little bit so I can mix it up in these chunks of lobster. Got some minced garlic here. Uno momento. Okay, we're back. I have some minced garlic right here. Garlic and butter, you just can't really go wrong. I do have some lime juice, but I'm gonna add that at the end. And we have some seaweed salt that I bought in Norway, pure Arctic seaweed seasoning, which I'm super excited about. I love my sea salt. It's pretty much salts from the Arctic Sea with some seaweed in there. Very rich in vitamin B12, omega-3s, magnesium, iodine. And this salt contains less sodium than your traditional table salt.
You look like a hibachi chef.
That's what I was thinking when I brought both of these. So when I was referring to the silver skin on the lobster or on the deer meat, this is the silver skin on the deer meat. And just gonna trim some of that off. Now this piece right here is not a back strap, it's actually a piece of the back leg, the ham area. When I was processing it, it just looked like a nice little piece of meat where I didn't want to grind it, so we're gonna test it out and see how tender it can be. I did bring a meat tenderizer just to beat it out just a little bit, because sometimes those certain muscular groups back there can be a little bit more tougher. But this piece has been frozen as well, so it should be pretty good. This is Finley scraps right there. I'm cutting it in a little bit of an angle just to get a little bit wider pieces. We're just getting it dirty because I don't have any parchment paper to lay down over this or saran wrap. That's okay. So the lobster's only gonna really take like maybe 5 minutes to cook, especially since I did chop it up into smaller bites. Just chopping up a little parsley here for the lobster. There we go. That looks so good. Crank up the heat a little bit. This seasoning right here, I just got from Norway, and I can't read the back of it because it's in Norwegian, so I looked up the ingredients. We had it on, I think, some ham when we had dinner there, and it was really good. And Captain Roy was telling me how everyone brings home a bunch of this seasoning. So it's sea salt, there is leeks and garlic, yeast extract, and vegetable fat in this seasoning. And we're gonna go ahead and season some deer meat with it. If I remember correctly, it was pretty salty seasoning, so I'm not gonna go overboard. But it was pretty good, so we're gonna see what happens, see how it tastes on some deer meat. We're bringing a little bit of Norway to Florida. Whoa. Can never have too much butter. By the way, when I cook this right here, Kerrygold Irish butter, the best butter ever. Are you being a good boy, Fan? Oh my goodness. You have a pine cone? You got a pine cone? The deer meat is looking good. I'm just kind of putting it in this little cast iron to hold it. I'm limited on space and plates here, but we're gonna turn this off. Thank you, Bluetti, for making us some dinner. This little surf and turf. It's gonna be so good. That lobster's looking exceptional. We did not forget about Finley boy. He's getting a little piece of deer meat. Finley, you want some deer meat? Oh, ready? Good boy. He's already swallowed it. You rolling? We have to make a little, oh. He's excited. We have to finish our eating part of the video away from the music because we're at a public place, and unfortunately the struggle with being a YouTuber and filming in public areas, especially parks, is because people like to play music. So we can't have any of that, so we gotta go over here.
See that shirt? Taylor Young shirt.
Finley's like, finally, I'm released from the tree. I've already been eating the lobster while cooking, and the lobster is exceptional. Not because of the chef, but because it is very fresh. So shout out Zach. Thank you for catching this lobster.
You're welcome. Shout out Nikki and Cooper. Thanks for taking us out to get some lobsters.
Aww. I wanted to go so bad, but I was just too tired. That's alright. I didn't do any of the work, and I get to eat the lobster anyway.
Lobster is really good.
Lobster is so good.
This is my first venison surf and turf. I've never had venison with lobster. It's a good match. You did good. Excellent job for a park bench dinner. You killed it.
The one thing about deer meat, and if you don't eat a lot of wild game or go hunting, it might be a little strange to certain people because it's a very, very, very lean meat. So sometimes it could be chewy, but I wouldn't say this is chewy. I think this is just a very good piece of lean meat. But to your average person who is very used to going to the store and buying a nice fatty steak that's probably been processed and added fat to it, it's very good. I love deer meat, venison, just natural as is. A lot of people add prime rib fat to make sausage or to make ground deer meat, but I just grind it normal just because, one, it's too much pain in the butt to go find prime rib fat, and two, I like the lean taste of venison. So
all the ground meat you made was just, you didn't add any fat?
No, it's lean. Wanted to have time to add fat. I was on a very tight schedule because I had to pack for Norway, but no. And you can always technically add the fat later if you do want to add fat. You can add a little bit of bacon every now and then if you want to do like the, like remember at the camping I made the breakfast sausage? I added a little bit of bacon to that, so it was a little more like kind of salty flavor. But this is good.
It's delicious. I could eat it just like this every night.
We're going to finish our food here, and we're going to go ahead and walk around this park before the sun goes down and show you guys what Jonathan Dickinson has to offer. I know a lot of people go biking here. I mean, this is probably the most hilliest place in Florida, believe it or not. There's some pretty nice hills over here that people do bike. Finley wants deer meat right now. He's like, let me off this leash. But there's also the Loxahatchee River right behind me, which if you guys don't remember the one video I did with my mom kayaking, I dropped my phone in Loxahatchee River. Loxahatchee River, it is full of gators. What, Finley?
Hush, buddy.
He's like, I'm hungry. Oh, dang.
What a double whammy. You've been a good boy.
All right, you guys, we're going to finish eating and then take a walk around this beautiful park.
Oh, yeah, I already saw a tortoise. Like in the parking lot as I was coming, I got him.
But did you film the tortoise?
I did film the tortoise.
You did film the tortoise.
Yeah, of course I filmed the tortoise.
Good job, YouTuber Zach.
YouTuber Zach, back at it.
This video is coming to an end, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a positive comment below. And don't forget to check out the links in the description. See you guys on the next one. See ya. We found a bridge. Look at the bridge. It'd be cool if there was an alligator right there. All right, your best alligator noise. Hold on. Hold on. Ready? Best alligator noise. Yeah, it's better than mine.